This is a guide to using Book Creator. I'm using Book Creator on the website, but a guide for using Book Creator on an iPad is very, very similar. So you can see up here you've got a button that says New Book once you're logged in. I can click on that and then I can make books. I can also make comics, and I can go to the templates here and then I can make newspapers, photo books, cookbooks and so much more. So there are lots of things I can make. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start with an ordinary book. So I would just click square, but I'm going to show you an example I've already started. So if I just go back to my books and then look at this one. So this is one, Sharks of the World. So I'm just going to click this pencil button on it to edit it. And you can see up here, it's very simple to use. There's a plus button. So if I click the plus button and I want to add text, then I can just add some text there. So if I just put the word sharks, then that will add that to the screen. I tap done. I can move that around as to anywhere on the screen that I want to do. If I just click that again, you can see there's a microphone, so I can actually dictate what I want to say and it will use voice recognition. But yeah, if I click done and just pop this on the screen, like I say, I can move it where I want. The other thing I can do is when I've clicked on it, I can come up to this eye and click on it, and then I can make some changes. So I can slide it to make the writing bigger or smaller, and then there's all these other changes. I can change the fonts, so you've got lots and lots of fonts that you can choose from that are on here. When they arrive, there they are. So I can change this and make it look different with all these different fonts. There is a huge choice. I'm just waiting for some more to arrive there. I can also change the colour, so I can come along here and just change the colour of the font. So you can see you can play around with that. So all I did was click on the writing, click on the eye, and then I can make those changes. So that's one way that you can change the text. If you put anything on that you want to get rid of, click on it, click on the eye and go down, and you can click delete underneath and it will go away. And you've also got an undo button up here to get rid of anything that you don't want. So you can see in this example a title's been added and a name for the person that's done it. The other thing that you may be able to, that you can see on here is she's recorded her voice. So I'll come back to that and show you that in a moment, but let's look at the picture. So click the plus, go to images, and then you can search for the image that you want here. So it will look for the image that you want on the page, and it's using Pixabay to find copyright free images on the page there. Now there is also an option that says try a Google search as well, so you can change that to do a Google search instead. But if you do want one of these pictures, then you click on it, click add, and then it will add it to the page. So that picture will download, and then you can click on the picture and you can resize it, or you can rotate it if you need to, and you can pop it exactly where you want on the page. So I can also press backspace on a computer just to get rid of that on a PC or a Chromebook. So like I say, you can do this on the iPad as well using the Safari or Chrome browser on an iPad and use it. So let's just have a look at something else you can do. Let's go to another page on here. So if I click this button, it makes a new page, or if I've already got one there, it will go to the page. So you can see the other thing on here I haven't talked about is the background colour of the page. So to change the background colour, don't click on anything and then go to the eye. And then you can see you've got these backgrounds here that you can click on, and you can change them on there. So I can just click to get back to how it was, and you've got all these others that you can open up as well. Some of them work really well with pages, others like these wouldn't really fit this kind of book, but you can see you can add the background pages. Now I mentioned recording the voice down here, so if I just double click on this, or click it once, sorry.
All about sharks. Sharks don't have any skeleton.
So you can hear somebody speaking there and reading out this text. Or very simply, click the plus, click record, and then you can click start recording. There will be, you might need to press something over here that says you allow your computer to record your voice. So I'll just show you what that looks like. All about sharks. Sharks don't have any skeleton. Instead, they have cartilage. They can keep moving all the time or they will die. So I've clicked stop recording, and then I can play it back, I can delete it, or I can add it. So I'll just delete mine because there's already one here. So those are some of the main things that you can add to your Book Creator book. So a few other things here as well. If I click this plus, then I can go to camera and I can add a picture using my webcam, or I can record a video of myself if I want to. And then on this next button here where it says shapes, I could add speech bubbles, or I've got some different shapes in here, and I can use the search box to search for different shapes. If I click more and I'm using Google Drive, say for example if I'm on a Chromebook, I can click there and then I can log into my Google Drive, and anything that's in my Google Drive I can add that to a page. You've got the ability to embed things from other sites. So we've done a separate video looking at how to embed things from Tinkercad on here, but anything where you can get a code for a piece of work, so for example Scratch, you can embed that and add that to your page too. So on here, one thing that you've also got is you've got this play button. So if you want to see what the book looks like, you can press the play button, and then that will load up your book so somebody can read it, so you can turn the pages and you can see it. So if I come back out of this, there's also, you can make that full screen. You can have it read to you, so it will use an automated voice to read it to you. But let's come out and go to the library and I'll show you one more thing. Once a book has been finished, it can be published online, so it can be read just by going to a website. Now, if teachers have given children permission to do that, which we cover in a different video, then all you do to publish a book is you go down to the bottom to the share button and you'll press publish. Now you can see this one's already published. I know because it's got this little globe symbol at the top there. I can click on that, and then I can just click read online, and then that will take me to a page where I can actually read that book. So it's public, it's on the internet for anybody to find. So if teachers have turned this on, I'll show you with the book that's not published. So if I take this book that's not published, then what I can do is click on this share button, click publish online, and then I can go through this, who can find this book. So it's best to keep it private so it can only be read by somebody with the link, and then remixes are off so the people can't change your book. You click publish online, and then that makes a link that you can then copy and other people can find your book online.